the earliest kind of movie with actors wearing costumes that I can think of is Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
That got Oscars.
Yeah,
sure.
it did.
In 1967 as well.
But if you look at compare the suits, the gorilla suits, the makeup that they use which is great in the film.
It is.
I
It
love
won
those
Oscars.
Yeah, I love those movies. But then you go back and look at that original Bigfoot footage, and you look at when it's been cleaned up and zoomed in on. You can literally see the muscle.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the things I was going to say. Is
for me, that's I'm open-minded. So for me, I like to be analytic about most things, and we did a previous podcast about flat Earth, and we've left that open and to see what people think and such. But I've never seen the pyramids of Giza. I said that I haven't seen the pyramids of Giza. I know they're there. If I needed or wanted to go and see them, I can see them, and so I tend to. So I know it's something I can see. Bigfoot, I don't know I can see Bigfoot, but there is such a lot of evidence. There's a lot of evidence that just it's a bit, iffy, but there's some evidence that seems so compelling that it would lead me to believe that maybe there is something behind it. And looking at that footage, the muscle structure and the way the muscles moved underneath the fur when it moved.
Yeah. So I think you're talking about the 4K restoration.
Yeah, I don't think you could. I just don't feel a suit, especially in 1967.
Also, it's also implied that it's an amateur who's made it. If you know what I mean, it's not a big production company like you say.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's two guys out on their horses who say, "Hey, why don't we go and do this?" That would take a huge amount of.
I said as well, you'd want to show it off more.
Yeah.
If you had a suit that realistic, you'd want to be seen more.
You could probably. I mean, if you had the initial interest in that footage, and then you actually exposed it as being. Yeah. Well, no, we made it up. And actually, look, we've got the suit here. You could probably do a tour.
See the suit
and make loads of money out.
Exactly. Now the suit has never appeared, never come to light. Now, some special effects artists were approached with this video and said, "What do you think of this?" And most special effects artists have turned around and said the suit would probably cost thousands to make. Back then, that's not the kind of money Patterson and Gimlin had. They did not have that kind of money to spend. I would imagine
even just buying a cine camera at the time. Yeah, that was...
Well, they actually hired it.
Did they?
Yes, and then a warrant was issued because they took it back late.
I didn't know that. So
yeah,
would they have made money off of that footage? Do you think they would have?
Well, that was they were actually out there doing a Bigfoot documentary.
Right.
That was their purpose to be out there.
That was their purpose to be out there.
Right,
yeah.
So now we're learning stuff.
Yes, I didn't know.
So I assumed right until this moment, Glenn, that they were out there in the woods, cine camera, should I say, doing whatever they were doing. But they were out there.
They were out there. Yeah, they had
So what previous sightings had led them to decide to go out looking for
There
them?
had been a couple of sightings by people. It had got out into the press.
Whereabouts in the States
It's
exactly
in California, a place called Bluff Creek.
Bluff Creek, California. Okay. So they were out there purposefully.
See,
I suppose the thing is, if you're going to say we were out there looking for it, and then we come up with this footage, a lot of people say, you see, you've obviously
got desperate for something to see something. Yeah.
You've obviously, or you've pre-planned it. You don't go out looking for something without, getting it all set up. And
yeah. Well, like I said, the special effects people that was interviewed, they did say that the technology just wasn't around at that point to build a suit. Mm-hmm. Like you say, with the muscles moving, every step it took, you could see the shake of the muscle. If you zoom in really closely on the arms and hands, those arms are very long. They're almost down to the knees. Mm-hmm. And as the creature moves and the arm swings up, you can see the hand closing and opening.
Which means it would be out of the length of a human arm.
You can't do that.
I mean,
Not then.